evening and welcome to the MTV News for Friday the 14th of January. In the headlines, Grenada records first suicide for 2022. School continues next week with 6-foot physical distancing. Grenada to have its National Day celebrations at the Dubai Expo 2020 tomorrow Saturday. And in sport, the T10 tournament that begins in Carriacou. We'll have details to those and other stories right after the break. Stay with us.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere.
The first segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
You have been waiting on it all year. Now, it's your chance to make this Christmas better than ever. Get the extra cash you need with a Make This Christmas Better loan from the GUT Credit Union. Get up to $50,000 to celebrate your Christmas and make your holiday dreams come true. Home improvements, new furniture, a vehicle, debt consolidation, or even a vacation. We can help you get there. Yes, you can. Make this Christmas better with the GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening with the news in detail. I am Tony Julian. Police are confirming a hanging incident that was reported at about 1 a.m. on Friday.
So the suspected hanging, the deceased Maya Joseph, 22 years old, a waitress who resides at Calais. The police responded and the necessary evidence was gathered, and investigation is ongoing.
That was officer in charge of the Royal Grenada Police Force Community Relations Department, ASP Desmond Richards. MTV News reached out to the family of the deceased. However, they were too distraught to speak to our news team. The mother of Maya, when contacted today, told MTV News that at this time she wishes not to accept any requests for any interviews. ASP Richards said that he is hoping that a social intervention takes place this year and that the number of suicides is minimized.
We from the police side has, taken upon ourselves to do as much community work as possible, working along with the other social partners to ensure that we bring some form of counsel and, psychological assistance to persons who may be going through traumatic situation at this time. And we are realizing there's a lot of reasons why this can happen. There's COVID issue, there's loss of jobs, so many others that persons are seemingly becoming more frustrated.
On Monday, officers attached to the drug squad unit discovered a .22 rifle in a dwelling house located at Grand Bras, St. Andrew. The weapon was seized as a result of an operation conducted by lawmen, and an investigation has since been launched into the matter. In an unrelated matter, 27-year-old Delon Edwards of Richmond, St. Andrew, was arrested and charged for possession of a firearm and possession of ammunition on Sunday. One 9mm pistol, along with 4 rounds of ammunition, were found in his possession. Edwards, who was charged by officers attached to the CID Grenville Police Station and was granted bail of $7,000 with one surety, is scheduled to appear in court on the 21st of this month, January. Let's now join Keyshawn Thomas for some more police news. This time it is drug-related.
Sometime after 2 a.m. on Thursday, officers attached to the drug squad unit intercepted a blue and silver Suzuki Escudo along the Grandans Valley roadway and conducted a search which revealed a quantity of controlled drugs. The cannabis weighed 166 pounds and carries an estimated street value of $399,168. As a result of this, Kieran Straker, a 31-year-old chef of Grandans Valley, 30-year-old assistant chef Tyrell Barry of Monfendo St. Patrick, and Lern Charles, a 32-year-old fisherman of Burton Village, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, were arrested and are presently assisting police with investigations. The vehicle was also impounded. An additional charge may be preferred against the Vincentian national who entered the state of Grenada illegally. One of the men also tested positive for COVID-19. In an unrelated matter, Enyazani David and Victor Vespri, who were charged in connection with the discovery of 114 pounds of cannabis on Saturday, the 8th of January, were remanded to custody at Her Majesty's prisons following a drug bust at Ratton Beach, St. Patrick. Further to this seizure, Crispin Ramdeen, 37-year-old carpenter of Snell Hall, St. Patrick, and Anthony Jones, 39-year-old carpenter of Rucane, St. David, were arrested and charged on Wednesday, the 12th of January 2022, for trafficking in a controlled drug, following the discovery of 9 pounds of cannabis that was connected to a previous seizure on Saturday, 8th January 2022. They appeared before the Satayas Magistrate Court today and were remanded to Her Majesty's prison. All 5 men are scheduled to reappear at the Satayas Magistrate Court on January 25th, 2022. Keishon Thomas, MTV News.
A Calavini resident is calling on the relevant authorities to intervene as, according to him, for more than 2 years, people have been stealing his animals. We have more in this report.
According to one resident of Calavini, St. George, during the festive season, over 5 of his goats were stolen from the community, an occurrence which he says is not new to him or other residents in the community. While the St. George man did not wish to appear on camera, he says the situation is now unbearable and is calling on the relevant authority to get involved.
I have a problem with stolen animal long, Stolen and dog, that's the 2 problems we having. If I get an issue about the dog, I won't believe.
According to him, in under 2 weeks, over 6 goats were stolen from him.
This 2 weeks around there, we lose 6 goats, 7 goats. 2 across there, 2 here, 1 inside there, and 3 up further up, because I go elsewhere. I have elsewhere.
He says other residents in the community have also been complaining of similar experiences.
7 goats. I walk around, I go all over the hill. I ain't see nothing. When I reach on top of the hill, you have a friend on top there, he say he had 2 rams, the 2 of them gone. I just want people outside there to know that I know people that know me thieving the goat, because they must pass and see them.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
The Ministry of Education, acting on the advice of the Ministry of Health and Social Security and the Cabinet, says schools will continue next week with adherence to the 6-foot physical distancing protocol. However, the ministry has made allowances for schools with unique situations and will continue to do so in the coming week. The Ministry of Education is appealing to parents to keep their children at home if they're exhibiting flu-like symptoms or if a member of their household has tested positive for COVID-19. The ministry is further recommending that steps be taken to ensure that every person who enters a school compound is subject to a temperature check, as every effort must be made to preserve health and well-being. On Saturday, the 15th of January, Grenada will have its National Day celebrations at Expo 2020 in Dubai. A most exciting time indeed for those who will be participating and observing. MTV spoke to Stefan Benjamin, Pavilion Director, about what can be expected, particularly as many of the planned events, including the much-anticipated parade, have been cancelled due to the COVID spike in recent times in Dubai. We have more details in this report.
Although the preparations for Grenada's National Day at Expo 2020 in Dubai is coming along quite nicely, there have been some minor setbacks due to the current COVID pandemic. Speaking to MTV was Stefan Benjamin, Pavilion Director, who said the majority of the team is present, but some people were unable to travel as there was a COVID scare.
So the bulk of the team is here. There are a few people that were unable to travel due to COVID. That's how it is at the moment. Our cultural team is here.
Benjamin said although they are no longer able to have the large-scale events they initially planned for, they will make the best of what they have.
To the COVID spike that they experienced here a few weeks ago, the National Day has been scaled down quite a lot. So essentially, all we are having tomorrow is just a ceremony, and then the cultural team has a number of performances this weekend. That in essence is it. So things like the parade and all that have been cut out due to COVID. That has definitely not worked in our favor, but we are trying our best to ensure that National Day comes off without a hitch, and we have a successful National Day, and we have the impact that we are trying to make at Expo 2020.
He says currently there are only 3 people based at the pavilion, and that in itself has been taxing.
Everyone's working, quite hard to get things done for tomorrow, trying to finish up everything that we need to finish up to ensure that we have a successful National Day. Thus far, it's been hard work. It's definitely been hard work. It's definitely been taxing. There are only 3 people at the pavilion, and my colleagues were in isolation until the middle of the week.
Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Hostin.
That's our first segment. We'll have more coming up for you right after the break.
The first segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with GUT Cooperative Credit Union. It's where you belong.
You have been waiting on it all year. Now, it's your chance to make this Christmas better than ever. Get the extra cash you need with a Make This Christmas Better loan from the GUT Credit Union. Get up to $50,000 to celebrate your Christmas and make your holiday dreams come true. Home improvements, new furniture, a vehicle, debt consolidation, or even a vacation. We can help you get there. Yes, you can. Make this Christmas better with the GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCour Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. Our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment as you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest. Visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do 3 things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Tired of car troubles, high upkeep charges, and unprofessional work? Well, I know a place that can meet all your vehicle needs. 1D's Tire Shop, located on the Maurice Bishop Highway, provides tire change, car wash, vehicle balancing, brake and oil change, inspection services, and tire pressure gauge instant reading. They also stock brand new and English used tires, Ovation brand, ranging from as low as $150, as well as great deals to suit your budget. They deliver the total car care and quality service to customers. Contact them on 458-1614 or 406-3355. They're open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily, including weekends. Stop in with your car troubles and leave with your car superbly maintained. 1D's Tire Shop. Excellent service while beating any prices.
The second segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with dread.
We're bringing you gifts of love with cheer at the Communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the Communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with joy.
Welcome back. The director of the World Health Organization, WHO, is calling on governments to invest in mental health during the COVID-19 pandemic. He says now more than ever support is needed, as we hear in a report from Nikita Houston.
The COVID-19 pandemic may have brought many changes to how we live, and with it at times uncertainty, financial pressures, and social isolation. We may worry about getting sick, how long the pandemic will last, whether your job will be affected, and what the future will bring. Worries and anxiety about COVID-19 and its impact can be overwhelming. Social distancing makes it even more challenging. Some people are still figuring out ways to cope during the pandemic, and for some, it's still a challenge. Director of the World Health Organization, Dr. Tedros Adhanom, says one's mental health is important, especially during the pandemic. He says mental health cases are expected to rise during this time.
The COVID-19 pandemic is reminding us once again that mental health is just as important as physical health. As the economic and social impacts of the pandemic expand, we can expect to see a rise in mental health conditions such as depression, anxiety, and substance use disorders. Frontline health workers faced with heavy workloads, life or death decisions, and risk of infection are particularly affected.
The director encouraged people to invest in their mental health.
This is to say, nothing of the situation in settings where poverty levels are high and physical distancing is complicated, if not impossible. If ever there was a time to invest in mental health, it's now. Although 30% of years lived with disability are caused by mental health conditions, just 2% of government health budgets are for mental health.
For young people, the COVID-19 pandemic has been challenging. Social distancing measures, the disruption to daily routines, and the transition to distance learning have created an environment of uncertainty. He added that support for mental health is needed.
Fortunately, it's not too late to redress the balance. Support for mental health must be integrated into every component of national responses to COVID-19.
Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
Nimrod Oliver has been officially named the new National Party's new constituency caretaker for the St. George Northeast constituency. That announcement was made last evening at the constituency branch meeting. General Secretary for the party, Roland Bowler, has also disclosed that St. George South, which is currently represented by Nicholas Steele, may be up next for a new candidate. But we hear more from Nikita Hostin.
Generally, it is an internal practice of the party to take the candidates before the people, before you get to an election, or take the caretaker, as we call it, to the people and say, are you still interested as a people to have that person represent you?
A full contingent of delegates representing each polling division in the constituency attended at the meeting and selected Olivier unopposed. The activity was conducted by the General Secretary of the new National Party, Roland Bowler. According to Bowler, Olivier was the only one who applied to fill the position.
Yes, and I think you make reference to that meeting I was held at the Boca Secondary School yesterday afternoon. The purposes of the meeting was to allow the constituency branch of the NNP for the St. George Northeast constituency to exercise, as we say, the constitutional requirement based on the party's constitution to select caretaker for the constituency. I mean, it is public knowledge that during the last election that was held in Grenada, that the Honorable Tobias Clement contested that constituency on behalf of the new National Party. Having won all 15 seats, he was one of the members of Parliament representing the St. George Northeast constituency on behalf of the new National Party.
St. George South is the only other place a change may come, according to Bowler, as the present representative may be stepping away from frontline politics.
But what I do know is that there was some indication at an earlier stage that the present representative, the Honorable Nicholas Steele, may not be going back to the polls. That is left to be seen. That is in the hands of other people in the party. And when a final decision is made, then I will know as General Secretary how to help organize and ensure that you have a process like what happened yesterday.
All 63 delegates were present, along with observers from Thursday's activity. Nikita Hostin, MTV News.
In observance of Cervical Cancer Awareness Month, the team at Complete Care Pharmacy will on Saturday host a free gynecology clinic. Women are encouraged to take advantage of it, which requires no appointments and also allows them to know their status. Saturday's health clinic is one of several done by the pharmacy as they continue to give back to the community. Ariel Straker is the head pharmacist at the dispensary, which is located along the Calavini Main Road.
So Complete Care Pharmacy will be hosting a free clinic in conjunction with Dr. Guerra. Dr. Guerra is specialized in gynecology. She has over 27 years of experience. Tomorrow she will be doing pap smears, general checkup, and pregnancy checkup. We are doing this for women of the community, and we are just trying to give back to the community whilst also raising awareness of cervical cancer. Cervical cancer is prevalent in this world. Over 90% of women who do get caught with cervical cancer survive due to checkup. It only gets fatal if we don't get checked. But it's easy to treat once you do a pap smear and you can check. So we are just giving people the opportunity to get a pap smear.
The clinic runs from 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. and all women, including pregnant women, can get checkups done. Straker says that this is one of many giving back to the community initiatives to be embarked upon by Complete Care Pharmacy.
Well, the pharmacy opened its doors on August 1st, 2021. Since then, we have had various testing. We would have done Diabetes Awareness Month in November, and for the entire month, we would have had 3 checks done. And the very last weekend, we had a grand health fair where we had people come out and we had 3 doctors. They had at least 4 doctors there doing checkups for us. This is something that we will continue to do. We would have had a checkup as well last week. That one would have been general, adults, children, male and female. But this Saturday, we will just be focusing on women. Going forward, we will also focus on specific diseases. So at some point, we would have a cardiologist coming for consultation. We would have pediatricians. I cannot say what day and which specialist we will have, but it is something that we will continue to do throughout the year.
Unemployed and underemployed people who are interested in becoming entrepreneurs now have an opportunity to receive some entrepreneurial training through one of the Grenada Investment Development Corporation programs. MTV's Donella Hostin spoke to GIDC's Business Development Officer, Trelawney Haynes, who gave some insight as to what this training entails.
The Grenada Investment Development Corporation, GIDC, is once again giving unemployed and underemployed people the opportunity to develop their entrepreneurial skill set through an entrepreneurship training and grant financing program. Jelani Haynes, Business Development Officer, says this program targets youths between the ages of 16 to 35 who have business ideas that they would like to develop.
So the training we offer, the training is to get persons, to equip persons with the business skills, the entrepreneurship skills that they need to effectively run and also start their business. Because this program deals for persons, is here for persons that just have their business idea, persons who have their talent and they want to make money out of it. They want to make it a success, right? So the program here, we train these persons with these skills, the talent, the idea. So we train the persons, the program will train the person, all participants, right? And the training is done via Zoom. So persons can do it from the comfort of their homes.
He says participants will be trained in grant proposal writing, entrepreneurial skills development, as well as some refresher math and English. After this 6-week training, once completed successfully, the trainees will then be able to apply for the grant.
Then all successful trainees can apply for the grant, right? And the grant comes in 2 parts, right? So once you are trained, now we are giving you that financing you need to efficiently start your business, right? To get that business on track. For persons who have already started their business, right? And who have recently started, they can use the financing to finance one aspect of the business, to push that money into their business. So
he briefly explained the criteria.
Persons who have a new product, a new service, a different service, something with a twist. It can be the same service, same products that we consume, but once you can put your twist to it, once you can give it your touch, let's say you package it differently, you give it a different taste, a different blend, you do a delivery service, right? Once the persons can give their attributes towards their service or their project, we can say, yes, it's innovative.
The deadline for registration has been extended to Monday, January 17th, 2022. Reporting for MTV News, I am Donella Houston.
That's our second segment. Your weekly entertainment feature is up next.
The second segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with the Communal Cooperative Credit Union. To grow with us, save with us.
Gifts of love with dread, bringing love for you this year. Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with dread.
We're bringing you gifts of love with cheer at the communal. This Christmas, we are your Santa. It's all about sharing the warmth of this season with those you love. Get in on this special loan, taking advantage of great interest rates with no principal payments until January 2022. Share the gift of love. Make it a merrier Christmas with the communal. Exciting prizes for members throughout the promotion. For we are your Santa this Christmas. Offer ends January 31st, 2022. Lending terms and conditions apply.
Communion showing that we care, with gifts of love with dread.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game.
Now you love Super 6 even more.
With more money to the jackpot galore.
Play more, win more.
Have more fun. With more jackpot money, Super 6 is my number one.
With the new and improved Super 6 game.
The jackpot keep growing and growing and growing.
More jackpot money, more reasons to play this game. More money for way. Super 6 a bigger jackpot game. Super 6, bigger jackpots, more chances to win.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
You want a hand sanitizer to do three things: kill germs, be gentle, and to go where you go. You can get all of that in our hand sanitizer. Hard on germs, gentle on hands, affordable. Remember, hand sanitizers contain alcohol. Keep away from heat and flames and avoid contact with eyes. Available at retailers island-wide.
A message by the Grenada Distillers Limited.
Tired of car troubles, high upkeep charges, and unprofessional work? Well, I know a place that can meet all your vehicle needs. 1D's Tire Shop, located on the Maurice Bishop Highway, provides tire change, car wash, vehicle balancing, brake and oil change, inspection services, and tire pressure gauge instant reading. They also stock brand new and English used tires, Ovation brands, ranging from as low as $150, as well as great deals to suit your budget. They deliver the total car care and quality service to customers. Contact them on 458-1614 or 406-3355. They're open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. daily, including weekends. Stop in with your car troubles and leave with your car superbly maintained. 1D's Tire Shop. Excellent service while beating any prices.
third segment of MTV News is brought to you in association with Arizo Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Arizo. Arizo is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
Welcome back. And for this week's edition of Total Local, we feature Grenadian-born Darnell Best speaking about his debut single, You. Now, although the official video is not out just yet, Best says that he is more than excited to have incorporated Grenada in the actual video.
Hello, well, my name is Darnell Best, and I am a Grenadian singer and violinist. I originally moved to the US in 2013 to pursue a degree at Berklee College of Music. The type of music that I currently do, well, my first single is sort of a mix of Afrobeat and Caribbean soca dancehall kind of vibe. You'd have to hear it to really get what I mean.
First time I see you by the corner, I knew I would be a border. I had to holler, cause I never see a queen like you around there. Spotlight and you're pretty nice, skin tight, teeth white and you smile bright. I show the thing tight, 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 tight.
What inspired me to do this? I feel like the inspiration comes from inside. I've been touring for the past 5 years all over the northeast coast of the US. So I've been learning a lot of different styles of music, a lot of different genres, you know. So I've just been honing my craft and getting better at what it is that, you know, I do generally musically. And I think that's given me enough experience to start saying something for myself. So I think the time has just come for me to step out as a solo artist myself. The name of my song is called You, like the letter U. It's, you know, it's about love and good vibes, you know, when you find a partner who's just the one for you, you know. I thought to myself, well, I'm a Grenadian. Yes, I'm living over here doing the do, but everything really started from home. So I wanted to ensure that my video, since it's my debut, would represent where I came from. So I filmed it in Annandale, at Annandale Waterfall at Wild Orchid. When I did my birthday bashment / video shoot. So since the place kind of captured everything I needed, I did it right there. I had to come home and film the second half, and I'm super excited. I used Sonic's production to do that. Up here I have my boy DCQ, an amazing, you know, fella, and we're just really excited to put this out. The song is still being mixed and mastered by Expert Production in Karakou. I might do a different version of it. I think, you know, music allows you to have different expressions, even if it's of the same thing. So it should be ready within the next month or two. I'm still waiting to hear from production, but in the meantime, the video, we're going to put that together and just get it ready for that full master and mix. So my Instagram is Darnell Best Official. So my name has 2 N's and 2 L's. So Darnell Best Official. You can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. And soon you'll be able to find the song on all the platforms from Spotify to Pandora and all of that. So look out for that. If you follow my Instagram, you'll be sure to get updates about that. So that's how you can keep in touch with me.
I don't play games, your heart I'm a satin. I wanna look into your eyes and know your body ready for that big surprise.
MTV News Friday, we'll have news from across the region coming up next.
Good evening with tonight's MTV Regional Roundup. I am Clifton James. The management of Sandals Barbados Resort has apologised to Cultural Ambassador, the Most Honourable Anthony Gabby Carter, for a dispute in which the distinguished singer-songwriter was allegedly assaulted by a security guard. The incident occurred on Saturday when Carter was with human rights lawyer Lalu Hanuman and two other social activists examining various sections of the Dover Beach area, where public beach access has been reportedly restricted. During the tour, the team stumbled on 5 signs erected by the luxury resort prohibiting non-guests from venturing within meters of the beach in front of the South Coast property. It was then that Gabby, carrying a sign which read, "The beach is mine," was instructed to move from the spot, which, according to him, is a public beach. He refused, noting that 2 years prior he was informed by management that the illegal signs would be removed. Gabby revealed that through the Minister of Tourism and International Transport, Senator Lisa Cummings, contact was made with Chairman and CEO of Sandals Resorts International, Adam Stewart, who offered an apology. The cultural icon revealed that management of the Amalgamated Security Services Limited, which provides security on behalf of the resort, promised to review security footage and interview the guard. They will then determine whether a public apology is warranted. On January 14, 2022, Caribbean Airlines launched its new aircraft, the Boeing 737-8, formerly called the 737 MAX aircraft. The CEO, Garvin Madeira, boasts of the many advantages that the aircraft brings for the environment, customers and the company. Details follow in this press release from CAL. Caribbean Airlines Boeing 737-8 aircraft took to the skies for the first time today, January the 14th. The airline's registration 9YCAL maiden jet service departed the Piarco International Airport, destined to the Norman Manley International, Kingston, Jamaica. Earlier today, Caribbean Airlines hosted a brief ceremony at the Piarco International Airport to launch the new aircraft, which offers passengers exceptional levels of convenience and comfort. The refleeting coincides with the airline's 15th anniversary. Some lucky passengers on the inaugural service won an extra 15,000 miles, and all customers received bags of goodies and other memorabilia. It's double trouble for Jamaica, as their cases continue to increase and their healthcare workers are becoming ill. They say their health system is under tremendous pressure at the moment. We have more in this report from Television Jamaica.
With the 4th wave of COVID-19 now in effect, it was only a matter of time that public hospitals across the island would begin to feel the pressure. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Jacqueline Besesa McKenzie has announced that all major hospitals island-wide have reached 90% capacity. Errol Green is the Regional Director for the Southeast Regional Health Authority.
We have seen an uptick in the absence of healthcare workers. I have met with my team. I've also consulted with the Medical Doctors Association and the Nurses Association of Jamaica. And we had to put in place some steps and some measures.
But hospitals are not only grappling with an increase in COVID-19 admissions, there's also a medical staff shortage. In Western Jamaica, clinical coordinator at the Cornwall Regional Hospital in Montego Bay says on Wednesday the hospital was operating without the service of 21 doctors and 46 nurses due to COVID-19.
It means that we have to concentrate primarily on our emergency service. The patient who comes into the accident and emergency department that requires, emergency care. So we concentrate our efforts into that area.
The Supreme Court has stopped a major push by the Biden administration to boost the nation's COVID-19 vaccination rate, a requirement that employees at large businesses get a vaccine or test regularly and wear a mask on the job. At the same time, the court is allowing the administration to proceed with a vaccine mandate for most healthcare workers in the US. The court's orders Thursday came during a spike in coronavirus cases caused by the Omicron variant. The court's conservative majority concluded the administration overstepped its authority by seeking to impose the Occupational Safety and Health Administration's vaccine or test rule on US businesses with at least 100 employees. More than 80 million people would have been affected, and OSHA had estimated that the rule could save 6,500 lives and prevent 250,000 hospitalizations over 6 months. Clifton James, MTV Regional Roundup.
This is the MTV Evening News. We'll be back after the break.
The third segment of MTV News was brought to you in association with Ariza Credit Union. Your financial freedom, your future.
January 1947 saw the dawn of a new day, the birth of the Grenada Civil Service Credit Union, later renamed the Grenada Public Service Cooperative Credit Union Limited, and more recently, Ariza. Ariza is extremely proud to be celebrating this significant milestone. But this would not have been possible without you. And this is why we are inviting you to celebrate with us as we celebrate 75 years of transforming lives. Stay tuned to our social media platforms and our local media houses to learn more of the activities and events that we have in store for you. As we celebrate this journey, we thank all our stalwarts for their valued contributions in bringing us to where we are today. We look forward to serving you for many more years. Let's celebrate 75 years of transforming lives.
You're watching the MTV Evening News. Sporting highlights are up next.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4 every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app. You can now get your bill balance and easily track energy usage for your home or business. Report and receive alerts about power outages. Plus, stay up to date by receiving the latest notifications. Yes, the Grenlec app keeps you connected anytime, anywhere.
Flavored tips for people living with hypertension this holiday season. Enjoy frozen ham in moderation instead of salt ham. Buy local or frozen vegetables instead of canned ones. Limit tin or canned foods like corned beef. But if you decide to have a little, throw hot water over it before eating to remove some of the salt or fat. You don't have to be perfect at every meal. Just be cautious of your choices. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council.
Holy Natural Spring Water is a water for every occasion. On the field of sports, at your workplace, just open the bottle and savor the pure, refreshing taste. Holy Natural Spring Water is produced in Mama Can St. Andrews and is available in all sizes nationwide. To order, telephone 444-7654 or 533-7654. Holy Natural Spring Water, Grenada's purest water.
T10 tournament commences in Carriacou. That and more coming up in sport.
Man. My name is Hollis Map. I perform around the world. And when I travel, I book with Caribjet.
Call Caribjet now. 100% Grenadian, operating 30 years plus.
Telephone number 439-4444 in Grenada or click caribjet.com. Caribjet, True Blue St. George's, the number one for travel.
The best option is drinking little or no alcohol this holiday season. Here are some tips to limit your alcohol consumption. Mix your own drinks so you can monitor how much you are drinking. The recommendation is no more than 1 drink a day for women and 2 for men. Avoid drinking on an empty stomach. Alternate alcoholic drinks with non-alcoholic ones. Drink slowly and stick with drinks that have lower alcohol content. The best option is drinking little or no alcohol this holiday season. A message from the Grenada Food and Nutrition Council.
And now, good evening, sporting fans. We have Donella Hostin with your latest highlights.
Good evening, sporting fans. Saturday, January 15th will mark a special day for cricketers on the sister isle of Carriacou as they host their inaugural T10 cricket tournament. Speaking to the MTV News desk was Brian White, president of the Carriacou Cricket Board, who explained what will take place and how many teams will be participating.
So tomorrow we'll start the inaugural T10 tournament. This is the first time we're organizing that tournament. We have 6 teams participating. We have the Leicester Cricket Club, the Young Lads, they have the BBH Cricket Club, Montreal Cricket Club, and the Dover Cricket Clubs, and the United Bouncers, that's the club from Brunswick. So we have 16 participating, and each day we'll play, everybody will play each other. We have 3 matches per day, and like Saturday we have 3 matches starting from 11 o'clock, and then Sunday we have 3 matches starting from 11 o'clock. So all teams will be playing, and we're playing from tomorrow, as we said.
This is a 5-week tournament that White says will end on February 6th.
The tournament will last for 5 weeks, beginning tomorrow, as we said, and we'll have the final on the 6th of February. Exactly, the 6th of February, we have 1 match, and it's the final.
Over 25 GFA clubs, which belong to the 4 conferences of the GFA, are convening a meeting tomorrow, Saturday, 15th January, at the Kirani James National Stadium from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. The meeting will discuss the return of these clubs to the GFA Council, a right they have not enjoyed for over 12 years. In recent times, each of these clubs has emphatically supported the idea of 1 club, 1 vote, and their return to the GFA Council, the Parliament of Grenada's football. The keynote speaker is a former president of the GFA and a stalwart of the game, Mr. Ashley Ram Folks. On Michael Bascom's program on Thursday, athletes including Grenadian Olympian Kirani James remembered the life of former Trinidad and Tobago Olympian Dion Lendor, who was killed in a vehicular accident on Monday. Lendor's sudden and tragic death shocked the track and field and sporting world in his native Trinidad and Tobago and the Caribbean. Tributes have been coming in from around the world, including the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee, the National Association of Athletics Administrations of Trinidad and Tobago, World Athletics, among others.
Yeah, when I got the news, it was I could say one of our friends, and it was around that, that Caribbean era, somebody that knows us from that era. So when I got that news, I mean, it was, when he said it, he was like, we lost Dion. I was like, we only know 2 Dions, and immediately my mind just went that way. So kind of just did a quick search, and then that's when I found out that's what happened. And yeah, it was crazy at the time, because it's not like these things happen so sudden.
When you talk about a true exemplar of what a patriot is, that is what Dion stands for. Once he put the red, white, and black on, he's not wearing it to show red, white, and black. Dion breeds and bleeds red, white, and black. And it is important that onlookers get to understand how much work, how much sacrifice, and how much dedication is required to just reach a certain level or even compete at a certain level.
Former West Indies head coach Otis Gibson has decided not to renew his contract as Bangladesh's fast bowling coach. The 52-year-old completed his 2-year contract with the Bangladesh Cricket Board, BCB, this month and is set to join Pakistan's Super League side Multan Sultans for the start of their campaign on January 27th. BCB's cricket operations chairman Jalal Yunus spoke about the situation in an interview with ESPN Crick Info. Yunus said, and I quote, "Otis Gibson did not want to renew his contract, which we accepted. Local coaches will look after the fast bowling department temporarily. We hope to replace Gibson with another foreign coach shortly." End of quote. Gibson, who played 2 tests and 15 ODIs for the West Indies between 1995 and 1999, joined Bangladesh in January 2020. Gibson was the head coach of the West Indies men's senior team from 2010 to 2014. Gibson's best time with the Bangladesh team came earlier this month in New Zealand, where Bangladesh Pacers took 13 wickets on the way to a historic victory in the first test against New Zealand. And that's it for this evening's sports. I am Donella Hostin.
Thank you, Donella. And now we have the public forecast information coming up for you, and then a recap of the top stories after the break.
MTV Weather is brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
Need a quick, convenient way to pay your bills and avoid lines? Use the online banking feature from Republic Bank, First Caribbean, or Co-op Bank. Contact them today to set up your online banking and enjoy 24-hour convenience to make your bill payments. Stay safe. Grenlec, we are united even when we are apart.
It is the start of the weekend, and with Friday night and the weekend's weather forecast and meteorologist Wayne Williams. Good evening to you, viewers. Lots of sunny conditions throughout Eastern Caribbean, but by afternoon, some of the islands did see a slight increase in cloudiness. We also saw that here as an area of approaching low-level moisture is poised to bring us some showers over the weekend. In the meantime, the northwestern part of the Caribbean is seeing a trough line across the Dominican Republic and Haiti, bringing some showers there. Also one across the eastern portion of Cuba. Not many showers associated with that one at the moment. We are looking at this area of cloudiness approaching the islands. Low-level moisture in it will bring us some showers tonight and into Saturday. Possible 1 or 2 could creep into Saturday nights and maybe possibly Sunday morning. Forecast of Friday night is for scattered showers with easterly winds between 5 and 15 miles per hour. The minimum temperature will fall again to around 23. The moon is already up. It rose at 3:22 this afternoon. It's going to set at 4:34 in the morning. On Saturday, some more showers are likely, mostly in the morning, but they could have one or two continuing into the afternoon time. Winds would be easterly between 12 and 24 miles per hour. Moderate seas, 4 to 6 foot waves. The sun is going to rise at 6:31 and set at 6:01. The max will still climb to around 33, but feel like 37. Sunday, significant improvement should come. The generally fair skies with easterly winds between 12 and 24 miles per hour. Just about a 30% chance of some residual showers at that time. Moderate seas, 4 to 6 foot waves. The sun will rise again at 6:31 and set once again at 6:01. It's going to be a touch hotter. A high of 34 will feel like 38. From Monday onwards, fair conditions could return or should return, but a 30% chance of the odd nighttime shower. Those conditions will continue into the week and into the next weekend. That's it for me for Friday night, folks. And for this week, have yourself a great night, a safe and an enjoyable weekend, and please join me on Monday.
MTV Weather was brought to you in association with Grenlec, energizing our Grenada.
And now to end the news, a recap of the headlines. Grenada has recorded its first suicide for 2022. School continues next week, but with 6-foot physical distancing. Grenada to have its National Day celebrations at the Dubai Expo 2020 tomorrow, Saturday. And in sport, T10 tournament commences in Carriacou. Remember, you can follow us on Facebook at MTV News Grenada and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Meaningful Telly. Before we end, remember to clean your hands often, either with soap and water for 20 seconds or a hand sanitizer that contains at least 60% alcohol, and avoid close contact with people who are infected. Cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue and then throw that tissue in the trash. All for now, on behalf of the news and production departments, I'm Tony Julian. We all wish you a safe and productive weekend.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one later ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Well, good evening to viewers and listeners. Welcome to the National Lottery Authority's Daily Pick 3 evening draw for today, Friday, the 14th of January, 2022. I'm Lexanne Fletcher and I'll be your draw hostess for this evening. Joining me is Ms. Priscilla Barry. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Ms. Barry is here to ensure the games for this evening are conducted in a fair and accountable manner. The game balls have not been tampered with and are within industry standards. Well, here's a quick reminder with the Pick 3 game. You can bet as little as $1 on inline, mix, and pair tickets, and from $2 on backup tickets. All right, let's find out what the winning numbers will be for this evening. It pays to play. Good luck. check your tickets. First number is, yes, first number up is 1. Second number 0. Third and final. Third and final, 3. All right, let's recap. Double check your tickets. First number was 1. The second number 0. Third and final was 3. Congratulations if you're a winner this evening, and do stay tuned. Hope you got your tickets for the Playway draw. That comes up next. We'll see you then.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one lotto ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money back symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's time for the Playway draw for this evening, Friday, the 14th of January, 2022. Just to remind you, I've got Miss Priscilla Barry standing in with me once again. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Now, don't forget, with the Playway game, all you got to do is bet as little as $1 up to $10 on increments on any number or dream symbol of your choice, and get to win 24 times the amount you bet. That's $24 for every dollar spent. Let's find out what the winning Playway number will be for this evening. Value your dreams when your way with Playway. And good luck. All right, and this evening's winning Playway number is... Tonight's winning Playway number is 32. That's 3232, the dream symbol, dirty water. Just repeat tonight's winning Playway number, 32, 3232, the dream symbol, dirty water. Congratulations if you're a winner this evening. All right, get those tickets out. We've got cash for a draw coming up next. We'll see you then.
Win more with the NLA's Daily Cash 4. Every day with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
All right, viewers and listeners, welcome back. It's time for the Daily Cash for a draw for this evening, Friday, the 14th of January, 2022. Miss Priscilla Barry is standing in with me. Once again, she's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Now, with the Cash for game, you can bet as little as $1 on most of the bet types with the exception of backup, in which case you bet $2. It's time to reveal tonight's winning cash for numbers. It's more plays, bigger prizes. Good luck. All right, and the first number is... First number up is 3. Second number 0. Third number 3. And the final number 0. All right, let's recap. Double check your tickets. First number was 3. The second number, 0. Third number was 3. And the fourth and final, 0. 30-30. Congratulations if you're a winner this evening. Well, don't forget, the lotto draw comes up a little later on. If you got your tickets, the estimated jackpot, $64,000. We'll see you then.
With more, with the NLA's Daily Cash 4. Every day, with more plays and bigger prizes to be won. It's a 4-digit game with all the bet types you already know and much, much more. From 0000 to 9999. Choose your 4 numbers and place your bet from 11 different bet types. Choose from inline, 4 different mixes, first 3, last 3, and 4 different backup options too. Best of all, it starts at just $1, except for backups, which starts at $2. Win as much as $5,000 with a $1 inline bet and as much as $6,200 in a $2 backup bet. Imagine $50,000 for a winning $10 inline bet. There's definitely more to win with the Daily Cash 4. More plays, bigger prizes. Twice per day, Mondays to Saturdays. Must be 18 and over to participate. NLA, making your dreams come true while supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
I'm a winner. You are winner. We are winners. Winners.
It's the big one. Grenada. Imagine winning $25,000 and up to 6 times by scratching just one ticket. Get your triple cash scratch tickets for a chance to live your best life. Win easy with Scratch. For just $3, match any of your numbers to any of the winning numbers and win the prize shown for that number. Reveal a money bag symbol and win the prize instantly. Triple cash scratch. In stores now. Must be 18 or older to play.
'Cause I'm a winner. From the moment that I get up, I'm feeling right.
Well, good evening once again, viewers and listeners. Welcome back. It's time for the National Lottery Authority's Lotto draw number 3312 for this evening, Friday, the 14th of January, 2022. The estimated jackpot for this evening is $64,000. Well, I've got Miss Priscilla Barry standing in with me once again. She's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Let's find out what the free ticket letter will be for this evening. If you've got your tickets, good luck to you. Free ticket letter is the letter C as in coin. That's C as in coin. And of course, it's time to select tonight's 5 winning numbers for $64,000. Good luck. All right, it's time to check your tickets. Check the screen. First number. First number up, 16. Second. Second number, 33. Third. Third number up, 19. The fourth, yes, fourth number is 25. And the fifth and final, 27. All right, let's start by recapping. Firstly, the free ticket letter. That letter was C as in coin or cake or cat. That's C as in cat. And the 5 winning numbers for 64,000 big ones. Let's recap. You got your tickets, double check them as well. First number up was 16. That's 1616. The second number, 33. 33. The third, 19. 19. The fourth was 25. 25. And the fifth, 27. 27. Well, hey, this has been Lotto Play and Win a Lot. You've got these numbers. Congratulations to you. If you haven't won, guess what? You got another chance. It's Saturday, but we're back here tomorrow, God's will. So do get your tickets and continue to support sports, culture, and nation building. Have a good night.
When a loved one passes on, we all need the comfort, support, and guidance of a trusted friend. You can rely on LaCroix Brothers Funeral Home. We provide a personalized professional service that exceeds all expectations. Our dedicated staff responds to your every need with the greatest detail, ensuring affordability with a variety of options. our upgraded state-of-the-art facilities, spacious air-conditioned chapel with live internet streaming, a modern, environmentally safe crematorium, the only of its kind on island, private viewing spaces, large on-site repast center, a modern transportation fleet. Join our burial society today and make personalized arrangements for that final moment. As you prepare to enter your loved one into eternal rest, visit or call LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and select a package that brings added comfort to the entire family. LaCour Brothers Funeral Home and Burial Society, continuing a tradition of excellence.
Sir Carlisle Green of Wove, who resided at Palmist St. John, passed away on Tuesday 21st December 2021 at the age of 89. Left to mourn are his wife Norma Lady Green Nedikotu, father of Corinne Dabrio, Carlisle Jr. and daughter-in-law Levita, Susan Marshall and son-in-law Mervyn, Patricia Carter and son-in-law Michael, Rose Ann Redhead, and son-in-law Joseph, grandfather of 18, great-grandfather of 10, brother of Florence Gasparez and Neville Green, brother-in-law of Cecil Dikotu. Many nieces and nephews in Grenada, Trinidad, Canada, the USA, and the United Kingdom, including Ingrid Green. Caregivers Joy Ned, Donette Samuel, Janice Antwine, and Roll Mark. Many cousins in Grenada and abroad, including Anna Green, George Green, Alfred Green and Jessel Charles, the Green, McBarnett, Alexis, Benjamin, Elias, Walker, Francis, Charles, Dikoto and Clara families, and friends and neighbors throughout Grenada, in Barbados and the diaspora. Evening prayer of the church followed by tributes for the late Sir Carlisle Green of Wove, who resided at Palmist St. John, will be offered at 6 p.m. on Monday 17th January at St. Peter's RC Church Wharf, St. John, and can be viewed on the media platform of Good News Catholic Communications. Funeral service will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to LaCour Brothers Funeral Homes. Aloysius Cyrus Lazarus, also known as Big Si of Paradise, who resided at Telescope St. Andrew, passed away on Monday 3rd January 2022 at the age of 67. Left to cherish his memory are his mother, Marjorie Lazarus, two daughters Khadija Jones and Kim George of Telescope St. Andrew, siblings Leslie Ann, Andrew, Dominic, Doreen, Maximus, Mary, Betty Ann, Martin, Elizabeth, Martha and Ken Lazarus, and Russell Mitchell. Aunt and Uncle Raymond Lazarus in England, and Imelda Paul in the US. Many nieces and nephews including Ronil Old, Aidan and Andre in the USA, Donnell, Michelle, Rachel, Vernell, Danielle, Rochelle, Nathan and Rena Lazarus in Canada, Sheldon, Joan, Nicole and Nicholas Lazarus, Delano and Deandra James, Neil and Nathan Titus, Ethan George, April Lazarus Coy, Kadisha and Lisa in Barbados. Sisters-in-law Monica Golden in the USA, Bernadette Lazarus and Gillian Fleury Lazarus. Many cousins including Michael Paul, Wayne Lazarus and family, the Alexander and Joseph families of Tivoli, and many others too numerous to mention. Other relatives and friends including Vanita, Neilfa, Artley and Glenroy Charles, Glenron Blair, Ton and Michaela Charles, Gregory Johnson, Raymond Julian, Edwin Boca, Peter and Edmund Blair of Paradise, Len Obola of Telescope, Gloria Palmer and family, the Phillip family of Beaulieu, the Williams, Paul and Clark families of Boca St. George, members of the Men's League, and the priest and parishioners of St. Andrew the Apostle RC Church. The funeral service and interment of the late Aloysius Cyrus Lazarus, also known as Big Si, of Paradise St. Andrew, who resided at Telescope St. Andrew, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Roll Christopher Moraine, also known as Barbel, and Bowie, of La Femme St. David, who resided at Mardi Gras St. George, passed away on Friday, 7th January 2022, at the age of 56. He was the son of Agnes Moraine and Chichester Guy Moraine, adopted son of Teresa Lewis, brother of Stanley Moraine, Clarice Samuel, Sharon Moraine, Laura Samuel, Marcia Samuel Charles in the USA, Jocelyn Moraine, Lorna Felix, and Charmaine Belgrave. Uncle of many, including Mervyn and Damian Samuel, Jason and Jackie Ann Moraine, Adonna Williams, Kimron Mark, Nisha and Charmaine Samuel, Tiffany and Wendell Charles in the USA, Jarvis Moraine, Stevie and Lornita Felix, Sade and Kimon Belgrave. Grand uncle of many, nephew of Cynthia Telesford of Corinth, brother-in-law of Merlin Moraine, Stephen McEwen, Elvis Alexis, Steve Charles, and Steve Felix. Many other relatives and friends, including Cynthia Williams, Emerson McIntyre, the Pivot family, the Lewis family, the Samuel family of La Femme and Wester Hall, the Moraine family of La Femme and Corinth, the St. Bernard family, Gladys Paul and family, Deanne, Curlin, Nisha, Cheryl and family, Thomas Hector in the USA, and friends and neighbors of La Femme, Pedmotar, and Mardi Gras. The funeral of the late Roll Christopher Moraine, also known as Barbel and Bowie, of La Femme St. David, who resided at Mardi Gras St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lakpa Brothers Funeral Homes. George Emmanuel Nayak, also known as Georgie of Fort Judy St. George, a well-known taxi driver, passed away on Thursday, 23rd December 2021, at the age of 72. He was the husband of Rita Nayak, father of Cheryl Lynn and Tiffany, grandfather of Caleb and Elizabeth, brother of June, Joan, and Sally Ann, uncle of Rachel and Stephen. Many relatives and friends, including the Nayak, Thomas, Ramdani, Rathan, and Budlal families, the Grenada Taxi Association, the Grenada Marina Taxi Association, and friends and neighbors of Fort Judy. The funeral of the late George Emmanuel Nayak, also known as Georgie, of Fort Judy St. George, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lakwa Brothers Funeral Homes. Veronica Joseph, also known as Tiny, of 6 Roads Carriacou, passed away on Saturday, 8th January 2022, at the age of 71. She was the mother of Brian, Natasha, Don, Janelle and Lynthia Joseph, and Kelroy McIntosh in the USA, and Gillian Kemp in Ireland. Grandmother of 18, great-grandmother of 2, sister of Linus, Bernadette, Angela, Anthony, also known as Blackman, Martina, Rudolph, Casnell, also known as Cassie, Godwin, also known as Honeyboy, and Joy Joseph, Alana Fields, and Mary Pear. Niece of Linda David, Dulcie Primus, and Janella Charles. Aunt of many. Close friend of Adela Joseph, Roland and John Badeau, and Enid Matheson and family. Other relatives and friends, including the Joseph families of 6 Roads and Leicester Carriacou, Jude and Alice, the James family of Leicester, the Charles family of Tophill and Lamode, the Bartholomew family, the George family in Grenada, the Liverpool and Nelson families, Nadine Lawrence and family, Keston Quashi and the geriatric workers, and neighbours of 6 Roads, Brunswick and surrounding areas, too numerous to mention. The funeral of the late Veronica Joseph, also known as Chiney, of 6 Roads Carriacou, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lakwa Brothers Funeral Homes. Derek Arnold of Old Wester Hall, St. David, died on January 13, 2022, at the age of 62. The funeral of the late Derek Arnold of Old Wester Hall, St. David, will be held privately. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Cecilia Forrester, also known as Auntie Beth's, passed away on Monday, 13th December 2021, at the age of 90. The funeral arrangements for the late Cecilia Forrester, also known as Auntie Beth's, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Tyrick Felix of Belle Plaine, St. David, died on Wednesday, January 12, 2022, at the age of 11. The funeral arrangements for the late Tyrick Felix of Belle Plaine, St. David, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Lyris Elvira Purcell, also known as Ma Lear, of River Road, St. George, passed away on Sunday, January 9, 2022, at the age of 99. The funeral arrangements for the late Lyris Elvira Purcell, also known as Ma Lear, of River Road, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Magdalene Constance Buckmeyer, also known as Granny, of Upper Capitol, Birchgrove, St. Andrew, passed away on Sunday, 9th January 2022, at the age of 83. The funeral arrangements for the late Magdalene Constance Buckmeyer, also known as Granny, of Upper Capitol, Birchgrove, St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Dorothy Brown, née Lacroix, of Melville Street, St. George's, who resided at Marquis St. Andrew, passed away on Thursday, December 30th, 2021 in the USA, at the age of 90. The funeral arrangements for the late Dorothy Brown, née Lacroix, of Melville Street, St. George's, who resided at Marquis St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
Joan Elizabeth Ventu, also known as Auntie Joan of Birchgrove, St. Andrew, proprietor of St. Andrew's Pharmacy and Justice of the Peace, died on Saturday the 9th of January at the age of 77. We'll have funeral arrangements for the late Joan Elizabeth Ventu of Birchgrove, St. Andrew in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements have been entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Home. Colleen Sherilyn Peters, also known as Chiney of Paddock, who resided in Montu, St. George, died on Thursday, the 30th of December 2021, at the age of 45. We'll have funeral arrangements for the late Colleen Cheryl Peters, also known as Chiney of Paddock, in a subsequent broadcast.
Jermaine and Patricia Francis Noel, also known as Sister G, of Vendham, St. George, who resided at Caruth, St. Andrew, passed away on Friday, 7th January 2022, at the age of 91. The funeral arrangements for the late Jermaine and Patricia Francis Noel, also known as Sister G, of Vendham, St. George, who resided at Caruth, St. Andrew, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Laventon David Edwards, also known as Flevy and Elbow Grease, of New Hampshire, St. George, died on November 29, 2021 in Brooklyn, New York, USA, at the age of 74. The funeral arrangements for the late Laventon David Edwards, also known as Flevy and Elbow Grease, of New Hampshire, St. George, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Bailey's Funeral Home. Joseph Findlay Tavernier, also known as Jojo, Moyi and One Love, of Edward Street, Grove, St. John, passed away on Friday, December 31st, 2021, at the age of 70. The funeral arrangements for the late Joseph Findlay Tavernier, also known as Jojo, Moyi and One Love, of Edward Street, Grove, St. John, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes. Teresa Velda Fleury, also known as Mama, and Velda Alexis, of Prospect Hall, Carriacou, passed away on Tuesday, 7th December 2021, at the age of 80. The funeral arrangements for the late Teresa Velda Fleury, also known as Mama, and Velda Alexis of Prospect Hall, Carriacou, will be given in a subsequent broadcast. Funeral arrangements entrusted to Lacqua Brothers Funeral Homes.
The management and staff of MTV extend deepest condolences to those of you whose loved ones have passed on. Thanks for watching.
I just want to express my sympathy with all those of you who have lost your loved ones. We know it is not an easy piece to lose somebody that you love dearly. But death is not the end, because the Bible tells us that there is life after death. My mind goes back to a man in the Bible named David, a man who at least he had a son by Uriah's wife, and the child got sick and died. In fact, the Bible says in verse 18 of 1 Samuel chapter 12, and it came to pass on the 7th day that the child died. The child died. But that was not the end. David began a series of mourning, laid on the ground, upon the earth, and he called on God to save his son so that he can have sweet fellowship. He wanted to have time with his son. He wanted to have his son grow up to be the person that he wanted him to be. He probably wanted to play the first cricket match, or he probably wanted to go kick the first football in the field. Or he wanted probably him to climb the first tree. But yet for all, the Bible says the child died. David in himself satisfied that the sovereign God who gives and takes is able to do great things. Then David arose, the Bible says, from the earth and washed and anointed himself and changed his apparel and came into the house of the Lord to worship. David had the hope that he would see his beloved son again. And so, ladies and gentlemen out there that are in the mourning period, pick yourself up and recognize that if your loved one died in Christ, you are going to see them again. And the right thing to do is to come to that saving knowledge, recognizing who God is, and God is going to bring you through. And so I thank you, and I trust as we pray for you, you would cheer yourself and recognize that the sovereign God takes control of everything. God bless you.